Let's go again. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been a while since I forgot to turn on my microphone, but here we are. Thank you so much for finding it out in the chat. Really appreciate it. Today we are going to be featuring some of the Frankfurt decks from top 8 that did really well. We're going to feature Sylveon, which ended up winning the whole thing, a Sylveon control deck. Then we're going to be playing more Vikavolt Rayquaza with Shining Lugia and Shaman, so all the legendary Pokemon right there. Then we're going to be moving on to Malamar Shrine, not my favorite deck, but the one that got 3rd place. And then we are going to be exploring 2 of the decks in top 8. One is Boss Rock by Pedro, and then we have Zor Buzzle as well. So thank you to everyone who's here. Hello. And thanks for hanging out. Let's take a look at the Sylveon deck. As you can see, very few Pokemon. This is what the winning list by Hampus Eriksson, Swedish player, ended up using and winning the whole event. The only Pokemon in there are 4 Eevee and 4 Sylveon. So 4 Eevee because with the ability Energy Evolution, you attach a Fairy Energy onto it and then you can immediately evolve onto Sylveon, which with its attack Magical Ribbon is able to search for up to 3 cards and put them into your hand, and then you shuffle your deck. Now, that's the main way how you're going to win matches. Hello, quite frankly, I am doing well, thank you so much. How about yourself? Magical Ribbon is how we are going to be able to control the pace of the game. We are going to be looking for cards like Max Potion, Enhanced Hammers, Lusamines, Crushing Hammers, Flare Grunts, etc. in order to control what our opponent does and either deck them out or run them out of energy, so that then we can take control of the game and use Fairy Wind to win out. Play GX could be a good dealing tactic as well, but that's the whole point of the deck. We do have a bunch of energy, 12 Fairy Energy, to make sure that we get that turn 1 energy onto Eevee, and then we have the 2 DCs so that we can use Fairy Wind and Play GX. And then supporters wise, we have 0 draw supporters outside of the 2 judges and 2 Professor Cookies, which their main function is to prevent deck out, to disrupt our opponent's hand, and or increase the damage that Sylveon does so that we can knock out pesky Delmices, Shining Lugias, and Orangurus with with a resource management attack. Other than that, we have 3 Acerola to heal Sylveon. We have 2 Guzmas to trap something in the active spot. We have 1 Gladeon in case we have a special piece prize. We have 4 Plumeria in order to discard 2 cards and discard an energy from one of our opponent's Pokemon. So really useful support there so that we can guaranteed remove basic energy. We don't have to rely on the flips from Crushing Hammer. And then we have the 1 Mars, where we can discard a random card from our opponent's hand after drawing 2 cards. And then we have double Team Skull Grunt in order to look at our opponent's hand and discard up to 2 energy cards that we see in there. Items wise, we have the 4 Crushing Hammers, 3 Enhanced Hammers to continue with the energy removal theme. We have 4 Max Potion to heal Sylveon. We have 1 Nest Ball acting as a 5th Eevee in a way. 1 Field Lord to remove annoying tool cards or stadiums. 1 Counter Catcher in order to have an extra ghost effect like the Guzma. 1 Pulpat to reuse some of the supporters that we do have, and then 1 Lysander Labs in order to prevent tool cards from working, so Escape Board doesn't work, Choice Band doesn't work, and then we have Mount Lanakila, which means the retreat cost of each basic Pokemon in play, both ours and our opponents, is costs a little bit extra, so retreat Tapu Lele is not as easy, in case, etc. So that's the deck. I feel like once we get to playing, we'll be able to showcase the deck just a little bit better. And really interesting deck, definitely a really interesting deck. I'm very surprised that it won. And disclaimer, I'm probably going to be misplaying quite a bit with the deck simply because I had not tested at all Sylveon in the new format, and I am about to play my first couple of games with it just now. So hopefully my opponents won't be too annoyed with me. So yeah, we have a pretty okay start. We are also going second, which means we get to Magical Ribbon. So unless we prize 3 Sylveon, which despite it being unlikely, it is also possible, right? It is also possible. So yeah, we'll see. So we do see an Ultra Ball. We seem to be up against Buzzle, the Buzzle deck. So as long as we can control our opponent's energy, we should be good. He did just discard the fighting energy, so that's good news for us. Yeah, good news for us. And then energy to the bench. Buzzle, it could potentially allow us to like we could potentially discard the Plumeria, but we don't have to be too worried. And T. Lawrence, thanks so much for the follow. We don't have to be too worried about a Buzzle with 2 energy. We need to be worried about a Buzzle with 3 energy. So as long as we don't let it have more than 2, we should be good. I'm gonna go grab the Nest Ball to thin. I'm gonna go grab another Fairy. And then I feel like if Bodybuilding Tumbles could be good. We're still in range of that, so perhaps we want to grab some cards that will not be too useful, like the Enhanced Hammer, which would allow us to the Enhanced Hammer would allow us to just, like, we're only gonna need 1 Enhanced Hammer in this match, right? Maybe 2, maybe. So I think Enhanced Hammer is one of the cards that we can use in order to discard energy with Plumeria. Yeah, we just have to be very aware of what things we are discarding. And then Lusamine goes really well with Plumeria as well. So there's a second energy on the Buzzle. We do see the switch on the Buzzle. We do see a Diancie, and we're going to see a Jet Punch for 50. So this Plumeria is now going to be super important. Super important. I think I'm definitely gonna go ahead and Nest Ball for an Eevee. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and evolve it as well. This does give my opponent Guzma options, so maybe that's not the best choice. Tool cards I don't think are gonna be too important in this match, so I'm gonna go ahead and Plumeria, discarding the Lysander Labs and the Enhanced Hammer. So we control my opponent's energy. I'm going to go ahead and Magical Ribbon. And then Guzma could be an okay play. I definitely want another Plumeria, however. Probably discarding a Judge. And maybe a Field Blower? Or maybe I just want to go triple Crushing Hammer. I mean, I could just flip Tails, right? So maybe 2 Crushing Hammers and 1 Plumeria seems good. Of the Plumeria, we can discard a Sylveon and maybe an Acerola. The second Lusamine is actually prized, so at some point I'm going to have to Gladion for the Lusamine. For the other Lusamine, so I can have an infinite loop. Why did I go for another Eevee? Because I mean, just to play it safe. I guess I didn't really need to. That's my phone. Okay, so let's go ahead and play these first. We do flip 1 Tails. Can we get average? No, we cannot. So, what a waste of cards. Let's go ahead and Plumeria. Yeah, I think the Acerola. We keep the energy in check. My opponent did top deck that Cynthia though. That was very lucky for him. That was actually very lucky. Okay, so another 80 does knock us out, right? Another 80 does knock us out. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach and retreat right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and magical ribbon. So I think grabbing the Guzma now, grabbing a max potion, and grabbing this is the way to go. And I'm gonna try and lock the Diancie up in the active spot. He has already used up a switch, so maybe I just need to let the Sylveon go down, right? Maybe I just need to let the Sylveon go down. Yeah, we're gonna see a Guzma onto the baby buds. We're gonna see a second switch. Wow, a second switch. I was definitely not expecting that. And we're gonna see a Jet Punch, which is fine. So now I definitely can't bench another Eevee. And now I am out of range of Absorption GX. So the bodybuilding dumbbells is actually going to be pretty key here. So I'm gonna go ahead and Guzma the Diancie. There's no way my opponent has 3 switches in his deck, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and Magical Ribbon. Probably gonna grab this guy. Probably gonna grab I mean, I need to play it safe though, right? I need to play it safe. So if he has another switch, he deals. I mean, if he has another switch, we lose, right? So I guess finding healing cards doesn't matter. Maybe this. No, probably the Plumeria. Yeah. Oof, this is gonna be tough. And we see a pass. We don't even see an energy attachment. So with that, we know the Plumeria is not going to be too impactful. I'm going to go ahead and flip a third Tails in a row because why not? Right? Why not? Okay, so I think this turn is a turn to Lusamine and just grab Guzma and Plumeria. I think that works. I'm gonna attach the bodybuilding dumbbells, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this for. I'm gonna grab Countercatcher just in case, and then I'm gonna grab the Gladion, and I'm gonna grab what else? This in case my opponent gets fancy with the Beast Energy. I mean, or I might just discard it with the Plumeria. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But basically, I really need the second Lusamine so I can have Plumeria plus Lusamine loop forever and ever and ever. That's the plan. Okay. This works. Dylan, thank you so much for the bit. Very kind of you. I'm gonna attach. And I'm gonna go ahead and Magical Ribbon. And so we are going to go for that Gladion that I was talking about. Gonna grab a Plumeria, perhaps. A Plumeria and what else? The Countercatcher. There's not going to be a better target, I don't think. Right? So let's grab a Plumeria. Another Plumeria. Just in case something weird happens. Where did the bit badges go? There they are, Dylan. Okay. So we see a Rockruff. That's not scary at all. My opponent benching the Diancie, I think, is the biggest mistake here. Savage, Gigarig. ¿Crees que Banet con Boswell y Weavile es viable? Sí, sí podría ser. Yeah, I think my opponent has definitely overbenched here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the chance to Gladion here for the Lusamine. Right? And then, I mean, I could Plea GX his energy away. I don't think I should. I think I'm just gonna Magical Ribbon here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Counter Catcher, a Team Skull Grunt, and another energy. The Guzma, not the Guzma. Maybe I'll grab another EV just in case, right? I'm not going to bench it, but just run the EV just in case, yeah? How good of a play is Plead and Skull Grunt and a Develop Buzz? Really good. Dunkus Maximus, really, really good. So I'm waiting for a third energy to be dropped, perhaps. We are going to see... Ooh, you know what? This could be a problem. So we could see Titan Liza. Titan Liza could be a thing here. Titan Liza... Okay, we're going to see just a Cynthia though. Titan Liza would allow my opponent to switch, attach, and then deal a lot of damage. However, that's why we prepared with the Max Potion, the energy. We would just Counter Catcher again. But any number of Titan Lizas could make this a bit trickier in a way. No energy attachment so far by my opponent, so I'm gonna go ahead and Team Skull Grunt. No energies whatsoever. Lily, Guzma, Cynthia, Ultra Ball, and Oranguru. So, really, really odd. Really, really odd. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Guzma, maybe Mars, and then another Team Skull Grunt. I mean, I can't just start discarding cards with Mars as well. I can go Mars, Lusamine, Mars, Lusamine, Mars, Lusamine. Much like TCG. Thank you so much for the 2 bits, very kind of you. Savage, ¿cuál es mi deck favorito del formato? Creo que Rayquaza es mi deck favorito. I think Rayquaza is my favorite deck overall. Okay. And we're gonna see a Lily up to 4. We're gonna see another Choice Band. And then we're gonna see a pass. So assuming my opponent doesn't have anything else, let's just Mars. And we discard a Cynthia, that's fine. And then I think I'm gonna stop now. Throwing Magical Ribbon, I really don't need anything else. And I have everything I could ever want in order to like discard. And yeah, as far as I know, there's no humanly possible way for my opponent to KO me here. So I'm gonna grab these 2. Right? And then eventually I will judge. Eventually I will judge. Just I want him to commit another energy so that I can then do the plea and then Team Skull Grunt. In order to potentially deck my opponent out eventually. Yeah, discards a V-String and a Stadium, which means my Mantle and Aquila is looking better and better. We do see a Wishful Baton, interesting choice. And there's a third energy, so here is where I am going to go ahead and plea. I'm going to plea this guy and plea the Rockruff. Why not? So now I know my opponent has 3 energy in his hand, right? So next turn, I will be able to Team Skull Grunt 2 of them away. Right? I will be able to Skull Grunt 2 of them away. That will put my opponent at 5 energy in the discard out of a probable 12 or so. There's the energy. And we are probably going to see a pass here. I'll eventually have to judge, right? But this gets 2 energy, which is really nice. Oh, and we see that my opponent has another energy in play already, or in his hand. So that was his top deck and energy, presumably, right? Presumably. And then I just pass. Did I watch the Frankfurt Finals? I started watching and then I stopped because I had to leave for a soccer game. I did watch the top 4 game though. I did watch the top 4 Vega Ray versus Bustgarb Shrine. yeah, Sylveon still exists. Sylveon definitely still exists. And we see an energy and a pass. So, I mean, do I really need to Plumeria? I don't need to, but I should, I feel. Or I could just lose, I mean. Now, let's go ahead and Plumeria. Gonna discard one Fairy and then one Blower, I guess. I'm not gonna need Blower this game, I don't think. And then I'll just pass. That is 6 energy in the discard pile plus 1 more in play. Okay, so there is a little bit of a risk at my opponent having a TCE, but like worst case scenario, he commits 3 energy to the bench spot, right? And then he goes TCE, retreat, hits me, and then I just go heal, attach, countercatcher, the Diancie up again, play Mount Lanakila, and then go judge. So I'm pretty sure we have this game won at this point. We just have to be patient, yeah? We just have to be patient. Yeah, there's a DCE. There is exactly a DCE I was talking about. So now he has committed an energy. Well, the DCE, that was great for retreating. And that would be 8 out of a probable 12 energy. I can take another hit, so I'm not in any hurry to heal this turn. So my play is going to be to Lusamine, and I'm gonna get back the Lusamine and the Team Skullgrunt. And then, like, I generally just want to hit the puzzle because taking KOs is a way to take prizes, right? Or I could just countercatcher. But if I go Fairy Wind here, he's definitely not going to commit another energy here. And even with the Beast, it's not enough to KO me. So we should be good. Quick Jump, do I think Bulu has any chance? I mean, it's okay. It's just not great when compared to Rayquaza. Like, you would only play Tapu Bulu if you don't have enough for Rayquazas. So we are going to see an Acerola, that's fair. That is fair. We do see the reattachment. We do see the choice band. So now is where I'm going to go countercatcher the Diancie. Right? I'm gonna go heal my Sylveon. Like, I don't even need to attach an energy at this point. I am, but I don't need to. And then I'm gonna go, or should I just Guzma? I don't need to play any other supporter, right? So let's just Guzma. Gonna Guzma, and then I will, how many Brooklets is it? So far 2, so there could be a third one. I mean, I guess if I play this, I encourage him to play the other Brooklet, and then I can just lose a mean for the Mount Lanakila and make it stick for sure. When should your opponent scoop? I think here when I brought up the Diancie again. So let's go ahead and Lusamine for the Kuzma and the Lusamine. Again, Lusamine loop forever here. And then we'll pass. And yeah, knocking him out would trigger B-String indeed, but I'm not too worried about that. It would also trigger Sledgehammer, but it was more like a threat. Yeah, it was more of a, I'm going to threaten to KO you. I won't actually do it, but I was going to threaten the KO. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go ahead and discard a judge. I don't think I'll be needing 2 judges here. And then I pass. And then my play next turn might be to Mars. Yep, there's a replacement, so actually my play will definitely be to lose him back the stadium. Ooh, we see another DCE. Interesting. So 2 DCEs by my opponents. That I was definitely not expecting. That's 8 basics so far and 2 DCEs. So definitely going to do countercatcher. definitely going to do Lusamine for the Mount, Lanakila, and the Lusamine. That will make it that so that even if my opponent doesn't have or does have up to 4 DCs, now the Diancie will definitely not be able to freely retreat, and there's a victory. So we successfully run my opponent out of energy. Why not Plumeria the energy of? Because Jeremy, like, I don't need to, like, I don't care if Puzzle has 1 energy, or 2, I just need him to not have 3. Yeah, so you're not in a super huge rush to remove energy every turn. You have to evaluate the threats. Yeah, you have to evaluate the threats. Was the guy related to Jesper? No, because Hampus, his last name is Eriksson, and Jesper is Eriksen. So I don't believe they are related in any way other than no, Jesper is from Norway. No, not Norway, Denmark, and Hampus is from Sweden. So no relation whatsoever. Hello Jedi, thanks so much for being here. So yeah. Trigram, this would be an okay first deck. The thing is, it's one of the most complicated decks. Yeah, definitely one of the most complicated decks. So much going on in your window. What do you mean? Skin band rules. What do you mean? I mean, you have me. You have the September sub goal, which I guess should go because we're no longer in September. Then we have sponsors of the channel. We have information on the last few people, the chat, the jar. I guess it is a lot. I guess it is quite a bit. I can do this though. If it really bothers you guys, not the chat box, this. Yeah. Maybe this will make it a little bit cleaner. Okay, we're up against Feraligatr. I'm pretty sure Feraligatr has an auto win against Sylveon. I'm pretty sure Feraligatr. Wow, we mulliganed 7 times. We actually mulliganed a total of 7 times. How many EVs do you have in the deck? 4, of course. It's a 4/4 line of Sylveon. Yeah. Okay, so my play might be to actually aggressively take down the Totodile next turn, maybe. Is this pure EV? Yes, it's 4 EV, 4 Sylveon. I'm not gonna bench the other EV just yet. We're gonna see a Nest Ball to start off. Onto a Mudkip. So promoting the Swampert might end up being the way to go about this. My opponent actually is scared of the Sylveon KO here. However, we definitely can't do that. And I wish I had a judge here. I do not. I really wish I had a judge. Plegiax could end up being useful at some point. So I'm gonna go ahead and Magical Ribbon, definitely for a TCE. And then here's the thing, no matter how many energy I discard, my opponent only needs to attack once with Feraligatr and we are in trouble. So I'm gonna go ahead for the bot and find the bodybuilding dumbbells. And then the judge probably, my play might actually be to just try to aggressively beat my opponent out of the game by using judge. See another energy, we see a Crocona. Once you're in your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you remove all energy from your active Pokemon to this Pokemon. If you do, switch it with your active Pokemon. Okay. Litranger, please don't speak like that. Yeah, please don't speak like that. saying that something is cancer in the chat will get you a timeout, okay? So please don't speak like that. Okay. So, do I judge and plea? I think so, right? I think I judge and plea here. And yeah, technically he can one-shot with Swampert too, indeed. Definitely gonna replace the stadium so that he can search for more stuff. And the White Snake, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so, so much. Okay, so we shall play then. This effectively wasted a rare candy. It makes his hand like super awkward. And if he doesn't immediately have like rare candy, Swampert, then I can, like, I'm gonna knock out this Croconaw maybe. Never mind, double hand. Double hand, so we are going to see a Feraligatr and a Marsh Stomp. So bad news overall. I don't think I'm gonna win this game. Wouldn't it actually better to let them search for more stuff and fill their bench? I mean, not necessarily, right? Not necessarily. Downpour. My opponent can discard as many water energy from his hand as he wants. Okay, that was a good top deck. It gives me information. Wow, my opponent already had another rare candy. My opponent had already had another rare candy. So he's gonna have Marsh Stomp and rare candy Swampert. I'm gonna go ahead and not attach. And I think I'm gonna fairy wind here. Why? Because my opponent probably won't be dealing too much damage next turn. He will shuffle back the energy in, but that's okay. I think. And we're gonna see the rare candy, of course. So yeah, Jeremy, basically, like, yes, I could have waited, but I don't want to give my opponent too much setup. Like at that point, he didn't have Feraligatr yet, and he was losing the rare candy, so there was a chance he would just fall very far behind there. So 4 energy, that means Riptide is dealing 110 damage. Right, 110 damage, so if I knock out the Feraligatr, I might be able to like stabilize off of that. 130 damage, and there's the Riptide. Well, 110, so 5 energy actually. Okay, so nothing too terrible. I just keep drawing fairy energy. Maybe I'll attach one more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fairy wind. So taking a very different approach against this definitely not common deck. Yeah. Joseph, I am not going to play with Steelix today. I don't think I will have time. However, I will try to play it tomorrow. Yeah, well, actually not tomorrow. I probably won't have time to stream tomorrow, but then on Wednesday. Yeah. Today I'm going to be playing. Wow, that's 4 out of 4 hands on timer ball flips. That is 4 out of 4 heads, and the Feraligatr indicates that my opponent already has a rare candy. I don't think I'll be able to win this match. Unless I flip heads here to remove the energy off of the Totodile, I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna be getting a KO. Sylveon is going to be 2 hours long. No, it's just this game and then that's it. Otherwise, yeah, it would be super long. And yeah, discarding that energy is going to be super key. Yeah, discarding that energy is going to be super key. And my opponent actually promoting the Vulpix is not terrible news. It's actually not terrible news. Okay, so I could just max potion. Let's flip. We're 0 out of 4 head flips today. Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. Like maybe a plea would be more effective, but I felt like I really needed to do that on previous turn. So judging my opponent doesn't actually matter anymore. So I'm gonna have to trap something, like the Swampert, which does have 3 retreats. That's how I might be able to win the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Kuzma, and then grab a bodybuilding dumbbells, and then what else? Probably this. Actually, there's no point in using Kuzma until my opponent knocks out something. And same for Crushing Hammers. So I guess I can go Mars and Plumeria. Hello Josh, thanks so much for being here. And yeah, Luis, I mean, I don't want to comment too much on my luck, but that is the truth. I am 0 out of 4 on head slips. Yes, Benjamin. Zolo, Sylveon 1. The exact deck that I'm playing right now is the same 60 cards that won. Yeah. And Morningwood. Definitely either Guardian's Rising for the chance at getting a Tapu Lele, or Celestial Storm because it's a new set, or wait a little bit and get Ray Illusion, thanks so much for the follow, and wait until November and then get Lost Thunder. Choice Band, Kuzma. Okay, oof. So I might just. Oh, wait, no. Only 110. Okay, only 110. Only 110. So is Plumeria good here? Is Plumeria good or is Mars better? I think Plumeria is better. And thank you so much, Morningwood. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Very, very kind of you. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and Magical Ribbon. I'm gonna grab Counter Catcher. Counter Catcher, and then I think no. Max Potion and a Fairy. Oh, I already had a Fairy. Oh, I should have grabbed Max Potion and Kuzma. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Hey man, no, we do not know how many points we need for Worlds yet. Scissor Banet is great in your opinion? Hey man, possibly. Possibly. With the blend energies, it could actually be really, really good. Dumpeel, thank you so much for choosing to use your Twitch Prime subscription. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so, so much. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I need to Counter Catcher Swampert. And thanks so much for the follow, Mr. Pokelover. We haven't seen any sort of switching card. Right, 9 cards left. So I'm gonna have to remove every single energy that my opponent attaches to the active. So a Crushing Hammer, a Plumeria, not 2 Plumerias, and then a Bodybuilding Dumbbells. That can be one of the cards that I discard. This one Sylveon is going to have to be enough, and my opponent says well played, so probably has a switch and enough energy, enough water energy to knock me out. Oh right, Super Boost. Yeah, Super Boost energy should be enough to. Yeah, Super Boost allows him to retreat. Super Boost allows him to retreat. So last turn probably might have misplayed. Should have grabbed Steam Skull Grunt to potentially hit that energy, right? To potentially hit that energy. Decides to attach to the bench Swampert. Aqua Patches to the Swampert. Aqua Patches again. So maybe the well played was not an actual... oh. Wait, what? Downpour. Why would you Aqua Punch that way then? What? Does he actually have enough to knock me out after attaching 3 to Swampert? What? Liza switching is annoying. We're gonna see a Pulpad. So 5 energy. Puts back the Liza and the Kukui and goes for the Riptide. Okay. So that was an interesting way to go about it. Okay, so at this point, I do feel like I should set up another Sylveon so I don't lose, right? That is 1 Pulpad gone, so that is good news. And then my Counter Catcher is indeed gone. No Super Boost energy that we know of. We flip Tails, that's 0 out of 5 Tails, and Crushing Hammer flips. 0 out of 5 Tails of Crushing Hammer flips. I'm gonna go ahead and touch this. I think I'm gonna Gladiant here. The Guzma seems good. Yeah, and sure, I'm gonna lose the Sylveon. But that's part of the plan, I guess. Right? It's kind of part of the plan. I do have Max Potion in my hand. So I'll grab another one. And then another Fairy. And then what else? Maybe the Pulpad, because I might need to like Guzma this Swampert. He does have one more Liza. I think the Liza should have been to the Swampert to retreat. Like he loses the energy to the retreat cost and then he switches out. I'm not sure. This is really weird. This is really, really weird. One, two, three, four, 5. Yeah, he can prevent decking out by how much damage does this do? With 5 water, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 180. So still not enough, right? Still not enough. He can prevent deck out, definitely. He can prevent deck out. Yeah, so let's just Magical Ribbon. They'll need a Guzma. Definitely the Max Potion, just in case. And I guess this. And yeah, Sylveon is indeed very, very annoying. Yeah, very, very annoying. Okay, the thing is, like, at some point I'm hoping that I'll be able to prevent the Riptide. Yeah, by just constantly bringing this Swampert back up. Oh my gosh, there's a Super Boost. Wow. So yeah, now it's Liza time. Yep. I needed to eliminate that Super Boost energy at some point. Nothing you can do about that. Like, Sylveon is all about controlling your opponent, and then this deck is all about recycling energy. So you, like, Sylveon, in order to beat your opponent, you need to run them out of energy. This deck does the exact opposite. It never runs out of energy. So really tough match against the rogue deck. Obviously, you're not going to face Feraligatr and Polion. I mean, not Feraligatr, Swampert at a regional. However, that was really, really tough. Yeah, really, really tough. But yeah, that's going to be it for Sylveon, guys. I feel like the first game really showcased how you need to be patient with Sylveon and Be very careful with, like when playing against it, be very careful with what you're benching and whatnot. So if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, it really helps out the channel. If you're watching live with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere guys, I will be right back with the second place Vika Ray deck, which should be a lot more action-packed than this Sylveon. Thank you guys so much for watching, don't go anywhere, I will be right